Hey, how are you? I know that things have been a little off, but I am wanting to say something to you that I should have said a long time ago, and I'm hoping that you can listen. Just hear me out. I know that you and I have really different ideas of what our future should look like. It's like the only thing we agree on is that we're supposed to be together in it. And I understand that sometimes what I bring to the table seems too big to be helpful, but too small at the same time. I have these grand visions and very little to sow into it. But I believe in it. I believe in this vision as much as I believe that you will be with me in that time. And I have seen you as a part of my future for so long that I don't think I've done the best job of reassuring you about that. I know that I have a tendency to rush things. And the more that I learn about this vision that I have, the more I understand that it's not going to work like that. The way that I have done things is exactly why it's still just an idea, a seed that I have planted. And I'm sorry because I put a lot of that on you, when in truth, you were the one waiting on me. I questioned our foundation. I questioned the fact that we couldn't get on one accord about this because I was so convinced that everything that was meant for me, that was on my path, on my journey, everything that I was moving towards would be easy, clear, obvious. There would be no roadblocks, no confusion. And I felt like you not being able to instantly see what I saw and not wanting to participate in it the way that I wanted you to meant that you just weren't supposed to be a part of it. And I was so mad that I put that energy into our foundation. I convinced myself that what we were standing on wasn't as solid as I knew that it was. I created this rift between us because after all this time, I was kind of used to people downing me. I was kind of used to people doubting me. I was used to people saying no. And so I guess you never said no, but you just didn't say yes. You didn't say yes how I needed you to and when I needed you to. And I let that mean something to me more than it was supposed to mean. It probably should have meant that I needed to communicate it better or, something, or just be willing to talk about it at all. But I convinced myself that what we had was an illusion, that it wasn't really there. I felt like I would have to explain too much and show you too many things and teach you too much, which felt really confusing for me because I see you as the brilliant one. I see you as the wise one. I see you as the smart one. It was so confusing because it's like, how is that really possible? How is it really possible for this amazing person to not get something that for me just felt so clear and so simple? All I wanted was to be certain that we would be okay in the future. All I wanted was to be able to felt like I brought something to the table, and that we weren't just building on all your stuff, all your foundations, all your ideas. I just wanted to feel like I was a part of this. But I realize now that what I was doing was separating your stuff and my stuff, your vision and my vision. And as I was doing all this, it just convinced me that I was right and you were wrong, and that you were doing this on purpose. And I just had all these horrible ideas about us because I was so upset at how things had gone. And I convinced myself that the best thing to do would be to just let you live your life. I convinced myself that if you couldn't see my vision, that's because it wasn't your vision. And for a while, I looked at myself and I felt right. I looked in the mirror and I told myself this was good. But the weirdest part about it was I had forgotten something pretty major. I already knew the vision. I had the grand idea. I could see the plan, and you were in it. So what sense did it make to let you walk away, to push you out of my life, to let you take all that magic right along with you, knowing that that was the magic I saw in my future? I forgot the most important part of this was that I didn't get this vision until I got you. It has been really hard to figure this out, to sit with this. Because if I think about it, if I'm honest with myself, you have always been willing to support me. You have always been willing to say yes to my vision, to say yes to my ideas, to say yes to being a part of it. You just wanted to be more a part of it than I was open to. And now I don't quite know how I got myself into this. All I've been able to do is just try my best to see that one day I could make this right. That if there was no way for me to shake this feeling off, if there was just no way for me to really apologize, if there was no way for me to make it right now, that maybe one day I could. And I started to wonder, what was your dream? What was your vision? I knew it once, but I forgot. And as I sat with that, I started to really understand that I never really gave you a chance. I thought you weren't giving me a chance, but I never gave you a chance. I never asked you about your vision for us. I was never willing to listen to what you shared with me because it always seemed in some sort of opposition to mine. It always seemed like I was going to lose some part of what I wanted, and I didn't realize how important it had become to me. I didn't realize it was the only thing that was helping me move forward, the only thing that was making me want to live. I didn't know how important this thing had become to me, to where I would look at you and even see you as like an enemy or something. And that makes me wonder, did I do that to you in your vision? Because if you see me in your future, and now I've done all these things and said all these things and pushed you away, what has that done to you? I don't know. But I need to tell you, I figured out who you are in my vision, and it wasn't just some placeholder or I don't know, it's like I turned you into this object or this thing. But what I was really seeing was like a vision of my kingdom. And you are my queen. You're not just there to look good, you're there to help me save the world in all the things that I want to do. And I'm here to help you save the world in all the things you want to do. And maybe there's something we're supposed to do together. I mean, maybe it's bigger than what I thought this all was, which was me getting to fulfill my dreams, you know? And ever since I understood that this tiny little seed that I have been looking for a place to plant and to cultivate this vision, this dream, ever since I realized that you are a much bigger part than I was giving you credit for, I feel like nothing will grow now. That nothing will bloom until you're here. Until your energy becomes a part of this land. We're supposed to be doing this together. You and I both know that. I've been silent because I knew that I needed to say this the right way. I've held back because I knew that you deserved someone who could run alongside you. You deserve someone who'd be willing to put your dream on their back. I've been trying to get everything in order and to get really clear about who I am and what I'm here to do and how I feel about you. I want to protect you. I want to make sure you feel safe, and not just in the world, but with me. I want to shield you from all the darkness out there so that you can be productive and powerful and light the world up with your beauty. I want to make all these dreams a reality for us. I want us to experience the world in a new way. And I want to do it all together. So I hope that you are willing to listen, to hear me out, because there's something that I really need to show you. I got it all together. And I think this time it's going to make sense for both of us. I love you.